Hey, welcome back. We are now moving into the bonus half of life toolkit. There'll be a series of videos here for your benefit. The first one we're going to cover are called the Big Four. And the reason they're called the Big Four is because they're often overlooked, yet they play such a significant role. So and by the way, let me remind you to use your workbook to follow along here. There's a lot more information in the workbook than what I'm going to cover in the video. This is much more of a summary and to remind you a direction, if you will, to get to the workbook. We've talked a lot about the importance of the retirement years, this golden era, but it's also referred to as this bonus round of life. And if you're listening to the podcast, you'll pick up on the pattern of the importance of having an identity and having a purpose. So let me just throw out four areas to pay attention to as we move forward in this process. Number one is attention, to pay attention. Notice the word pay. It's acting on attention. Uh, when we were raising our children, one of the hardest things that we had to do was to get them to pay attention. Why? Because it's expensive. It's challenging to pay attention. So one of the things in life to do, and this is the first step in emotional intelligence, is self-awareness. Are you aware of what's going on around you? Are you aware of how you're treating other people? Are you aware of the relationships you have with people? Are they working for you? Are they not working for you? Do you have enough friends? Do you not? Do you have sufficient time? Do you not? Why? It's one thing to say, I don't have any time. It's another thing to be aware of why you don't have enough time. It's almost always self-induced. So in the hustle and bustle of daily life, it's critical, essential to cultivate a conscious awareness of what's going on in your space, not only emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, physically, but financially. The second one is time. Time's a perception that can be very deceptive. And there's a video here you're going to see called psychological time versus clock time. There's a difference between the two and in how we measure it. What we also measure in the term of wealth is having enough. Do you have enough time? And if the answer is no, then what are you saying yes to that you should be saying no to? And if you have too much time, what are you saying no to that you should be saying yes to? The third one is energy. Energy requires, or intentional living requires energy. And it's necessary for you to not avoid the very thing that's going to get you the happiness you desire. Remember, aging is the deliberate avoidance of discomfort. And it requires energy to get up in the morning, to get moving in the morning. Our body hurts, our bones ache, our muscles are sore. We have arthritis, whatever it might be. But facing it head on, taking the necessary energy to move, transition from one step to the other, not procrastinating the things that we know we need to do, requires energy. Energy is something you can renew. Attention is something you can grow. Time is something finite that if you don't learn to prioritize it, it manages you instead of you managing it. And the last one is money. And that's what the financial planner is for. Now, we're going to cover a little bit about financial planning, but not in the sense that we're going to talk about bonds or stocks or anything along that nature or in the insurance products. None at all. We just want to talk a little bit about the different levels of financial planning and what role you fit in and what you want for your specific needs and wants moving forward. All right, that covers the big four. Next, we're going to cover the difference between agitate and irritate. And eventually, the very next one after that is the difference between being kind and nice. These are part of the bonus half of life toolkit that they're really fun to talk about and give you a better awareness so you pay attention to what's going on there. All right, I can't wait to share another video with you. Take care.